Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, welcome to Wednesday. Remember when Wednesday used to be exciting? We're like, oh, it's halfway through the week. We're almost to the weekend. Now it all just blends together for those of us who are self-quarantining at home, which I hope you are doing in order to protect those who are essential workforce and, of course, those who is particularly vulnerable to the coronavirus. Of course, April 15th is normally the tax deadline. The tax dates have been extended due to the coronavirus outbreak. Now, I had already filed and paid taxes for 2019, my 2019 taxes, and I'd actually already paid my quarterly income tax at the beginning of April. So when I get my coronavirus stimulus check, it'll just basically be a partial refund on the taxes I already paid. But what you're going to do, for those of you who are waiting for your stimulus payment, again, it is $1,200 up to individuals who make $75,000 a year. If you make between $75,000 and $99,000, there is a lower payout. Children getting $500. There are, of course, exceptions for people who aren't going to get those payouts. But if you are already signed up with the IRS to get your refunds digitally deposited, direct deposit into your bank account, then you will already be in the system to get a stimulus check. So I did want to talk about if you are having trouble figuring out if you're getting one or when it's going to come. USA Today has a new article entitled, "When Are You Getting Your Coronavirus Stimulus Check? Here's a new way to find out." Slowly but surely, taxpayers are telling their friends and posting on social media that they're seeing stimulus checks arrive in their bank accounts. And the Internal Revenue Service is expected to give you a new online tool as soon as Wednesday, so today, to get a better clue on when you'll see your economic impact payment. So they have set up a new page that you can go to. This story, as well as the link to that IRS page, will be in the show notes below the video. The IRS said the tool will let you go online to check the status of a payment, including the date it's scheduled to be deposited or mailed. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said in a news briefing Monday that Treasury is ahead of schedule in getting the money out and expects more than 80 million people will receive their stimulus money by Wednesday. The U.S. Department of Treasury expects that a large majority of eligible Americans will receive economic impact payments within the next 2 weeks. If you do not see the money in your bank account by then, Mnuchin, that name just always gets me, said you can go to irs.gov and see the Get My Payment tab. If you filed a 2018 or 2019 tax return and did not receive a stimulus payment, you can have your tax return information available to use at the Get My Payment tool later this week. The goal is to provide as much money via direct deposit as possible and avoid mailing checks during the pandemic. Some consumers spotted the first direct deposits early Saturday. Others started seeing more information Monday. The IRS even tweeted Saturday evening that the agency deposited its first economic impact payments into bank accounts on Saturday. So another tool there if you are wondering where the money is, if you're getting it direct deposited. The new website is hopefully up by the time this show goes up so that you can get some more information there. Of course, the big eBay news this week has been that eBay has hired a new CEO. Linked in the show notes below will be the form that eBay submitted to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to let them know about Jamie Ione's, I think that's how you say it, all of his compensation. Now, he has a base salary of $1 million. However, there are tons of bonuses and things that he would get on certain anniversaries and hitting performance records and bonuses. I'm just scrolling through this letter, it adds up to tens of millions of dollars in potential bonuses, which of course is normal during or for someone who runs a company as large as eBay. So this will be linked in the show notes below if you just want to go and scroll through how someone is making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Let's hope that this high payout results in eBay actually having someone who can help all of us increase our sales on eBay. This week, also, we learned that Amazon is starting to allow FBA sellers to ship non-essential items into their warehouses again. According to an article on CNBC.com, Amazon has started to allow third-party sellers to ship some non-essential items to its warehouses. An Amazon spokesperson said that it will start to allow some shipments later this week. Of course, this is after the company told sellers in March that it was prioritizing shipments of essential goods and not accepting non-essentials. So most people who ship via FBA on Amazon are sending in media, maybe clothing. If you're ungated in health and beauty, whatnot, those probably did go through. But for most FBA sellers, usually sell non-essentials, so they haven't been able to sell via FBA. According to the spokesman, products will be limited by quantity to allow Amazon to continue prioritizing essential products and protecting employees, while also ensuring most selling partners can ship goods into their facilities. We appreciate our selling partners' patience as we prioritize products for customers and adhere to extensive health and safety measures in our fulfillment centers to protect our employees, the spokesperson said. We will share more details with our selling partners later this week. So again, if you are an FBA seller and this is affecting you, hopefully now there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. This article does say that users in Facebook groups for Amazon sellers said they noticed some of their products categorized as non-essential items were being unblocked by Amazon. One seller said their business was told by Amazon that they could restock all of their non-essential items. So it sounds like it'll depend on what the item is, where the room in the warehouse is. The essential items such as, the toilet paper and whatnot, those sales have started to slow down as people have gotten, I think, as much stock up as they can get. There must be people who go out every single day to the stores and get toilet paper. Like 1 pack of toilet paper a day, they go every day because I don't know, but those sales are starting to slow down. The Walmart CEO said we've entered into the hair color and hair cutting phase of the pandemic. Hair color is now selling well. Those razor things that can cut men's hair are selling well. People seem to be stocked up on toilet paper. Now they're moving into the non-essentials, which is good for all of us who sell online because most of us do sell non-essentials, and sales seem to be a lot better for a lot of people, at least those who are sharing that they are on social media. Most of us who are resellers depend on the United States Postal Service for our shipping needs, and the USPS is testing a new informed delivery feature that lets users know when their mail has been delivered. Informed Delivery, which has more than 23.5 million subscribers, allows users to receive digital previews of their incoming mail and manage their packages from smartphones, tablets, and other devices. Now, during this specific test, users received email notices within 20 to 30 minutes of the time their letter size and flat size mail was actually delivered. Note that package delivery notifications were not included in this test. And this test was done in select zip codes in California, Colorado, Florida, Maryland, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. So informed delivery users receive email notifications containing grayscale images of the outside of the letter size mail that would be arriving at their physical mailboxes. The images are also accessible on the user's Informed Delivery online dashboard or via the mobile app. So this would be great if it expanded to package delivery, and if they're going to test it with mail, I don't know why they wouldn't do it with packages eventually. It would certainly help those of us who sell online and get messages from customers that, my package was never delivered. This would have a stronger digital record than just the tracking information. But yeah, if you participated in this trial in one of the states that it was launched, definitely leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought of it. Since the best Poshmark news is always over on Reddit in the Poshmark forums, I found today a post, "Is it normal to be asked for pics modeling clothes?" This post reads, "I've only been selling on Poshmark for about a month. All of my photos are with the clothes displayed on a plain white background. Now I had someone make a bundle of 6 items and ask me to post pictures modeling all of them. I've seen others warn about creeps wanting feet pics and shoes, but this is a pics of boots, jeans, and a skirt. I just want to make sure before I take the time to take more new pictures that it's a legitimate request and not something weird." The replies are, yeah, some people do want photos, but in experience, those who want pictures never end up buying. But yeah, you should never feel pressured to try clothes on. Some people like to model clothes. Some people don't. It's not something I've ever done, but you never, if somebody says, I want more pictures of you wearing something, that's just a red flag. I don't care how big the bundle is. That's just, yeah, you don't want to do that. There are too many creeps out there. And again, this is somebody who's saying they might want something, but they just want pictures. The internet is a creepy place. You don't know who is behind this stuff. So my personal opinion, yeah, that's a big fat no, but let me know what you think. And finally, today there's an article over on Cron.com entitled Woodlands Online Resale Retailer Finds Success with Some Traditional Stores Closed for Coronavirus. While traditional retail stores have been forced to close to stop the spread of COVID-19, online retailers of all stripes have seen a surge in business. For Giselle Brown, an online reseller in the Woodlands specializing in Build-A-Bear products, March was the most successful month of sales she has had yet. Brown started reselling on online platforms like Mercari, Etsy, and Poshmark in 2017. She was encouraged by her daughter to start selling some of the things she didn't use after she moved several times and didn't have room for all of them. After I sold a good bit of stuff I started looking around, doing my research. Because I was looking for a job with nothing else to do, started realizing there's money in this, Brown said. She joined Facebook groups and other online resellers to learn where they found their products for resale. Brown said members of the groups try to help each other by posting about opportunities for products or shipping necessities, giving advice, and sharing resources to make sure they're selling at the best price. Now she finds her products at secondhand stores and garage sales. She's learned how to do her research to find quality products that are being undervalued at a store like Goodwill, but could sell for more online. Brown is still looking for a full-time job, but the money she makes with her online reselling shops helps her pay her rent and other bills. I would prefer to work 9 to 5, she said, but she wouldn't just give up the resale shop. I would still do this. I really would. In March, she was surprised to see Build-A-Bears that she had on her page were selling like hotcakes. Brown's theory about the popularity of Build-A-Bears last month is that parents were looking for comforting toys or possibly Easter toys for their kids as they started to socially isolate due to the pandemic. One of the reasons she uses the platforms that she does instead of platforms like Facebook sales groups is because she doesn't feel comfortable meeting with people to exchange goods. So it does go on a little bit more. She's got some tips and tricks for selling online. But I always love it when a reseller story makes it onto the internet, national news somewhere. So yeah, it's always fun to read about other people. And Build-A-Bear, it sounds like she's just has her whole business around Build-A-Bear maybe? I'm not sure. That's really all it talks about here in the story. But yeah, Build-A-Bear, toys, puzzles definitely have been hot sellers as, like she says in the article, parents are looking for ways to occupy their kiddos now that I think every child in America is out of school. I don't know any schools that are open. So parents are home with kids and they need activities. So yeah, if you have those kinds of things for sale, I would imagine that your sales have been doing pretty well. And that is a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me your questions and comments. Also, check out the show notes below the video for links to the articles I referenced. Thanks so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.